Hello everyone, this is Ildiko here. My dear friend and colleague reminded me to try to use my teacher voice. So I hope today the voiceover is going to be a little bit louder. This is step 3 of the journaling by 5 process that is about using stems and stencils. As you see, I have set up several stem pads on my right side, and I have about 15-20 different stems also lying around on the floor. Stamping is one of my favorite steps that I like to use in mixed media process in backgrounds, creating different textures. So I wanted to make sure that I definitely have time for using them. I'm just grabbing a stamp and picking a color. I think I have a black stays on there right now. I'm using that. The other ink pads I have set out are a few of my mixed media inks. I picked a couple of the darkest colors. Most of the stamps I'm using are Prima stamps and random little background stamps that I have collected over the year. Except there is one white thing on the screen right now. You can see underneath my hands next to the ink pads, that is a soap dish. During the process of stamping, there was no really time for thinking over what I was doing. I just tried to do it quickly, trying to pick colors that match my backgrounds maybe, or maybe stand out with the colors. It's just decisions of a moment, basically that's that. I am timing myself again by listening to a song that is 7 minutes long. So actually, if I listen to the song twice, I have a couple more moments to throw things on these backgrounds, and my time is up. At this point, I haven't even listened to my first song yet, but you can see that I'm working on the last couple of pages that I have, backgrounds. Trying to add on quickly a couple more stems, choosing something for this ugly one. That's just made a lot more ugly right now. And lastly, after I finish with the last page here, I need to make sure that I do not have anything lost in the pile of the pages. And then I realize that I still have a lot of time, and I go ahead and stop my timer. As you see, I have 9 minutes still left. So I decided to continue with stenciling. So I gave a couple moments of prepping time, and I brought out black gesso, white modeling paste. I have some pumice gel and crackling paste. Those are my favorite things to work with lately. But because stenciling takes a lot longer time, I really only used the black gesso with a cosmetic sponge and the white modeling paste. That black gesso seemed to work on everything. It fixed up the ugliest one of the batch. Just about the setup, as you see, I have different stencils coming at my hand with no trouble. And then I'm leaning across the screen because there's a bucket of water standing next to the camera. So immediately when I'm done using the stencil, I throw the pages aside and I dump the stencils into the bucket. In the beginning though, you could see me really pausing before the camera. The reason for that was that I had to check, double check again that the camera was on. I have worked for 2 minutes without turning the camera on after I was finished with setting up for stenciling. So this video is a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be, like a minute shorter than it's supposed to be. Right now I'm just working on pages, grabbing a stencil, trying to open that. No, there is no time for that. And I don't want to mess this page up because this is one of my favorite backgrounds so far. So I want to make sure that the gold shows, the yellow and the green shows. stencil in a bucket. Next page, next stencil. Trying to make sure that I have some geometric shapes showing. That's the easiest one to work with for me. There is really not a lot to tell about the process. Again, it is just doing it and doing it quickly. Pick up stencil, pick up media to add on. This one I purposely chose though the stripy stencil from Recollections because it had so much bubbles on it, so trying to create a little bit of contrast. This one was already a bit had a stamp that had a checkerboard pattern, kind of a plaid pattern, so I went ahead with different zigzag following the lines of the drips. This one, I love that background color again, so I'm picking my next favorite stencil here. Again, it's another Recollections. That's gonna look fine. Another mess up happening here. This background I don't like a lot, so why not add another stencil on it that I don't like? So the whole thing is ugly now. The bubbles remind me of New Year's Eve, so I grabbed the clocks. And it's basically I had an idea about where to go with that page. I wonder if I'm gonna have time to do it with images. And continuing with the stenciling. I don't know how much more I have, but I'm checking the phone again and again to see that I have enough time. And I'm done, I think. Looks like it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. See you with the next step. Bye bye.